Okay, this is tool grinding, and this is Brian. He's going to show us how to do some tool grinding.
So in the beginning, it's very important that you always start out at the red dot.
Where?
That is your starting position.
So there's a red dot right there. That indicates starting position. Okay.
So the first thing I'm going to do is grind an angle on the top of the tool. So we're going to turn the tool grinder on.
With that right there, yeah.
And now we're going to turn on the vacuum.
So what are you doing right here, Brian?
So now at this point, you want to be slightly angled down in the rear. And we're just going to grind a slight angle of about 5 degrees on the top. Now for all channel tools, we want to make sure that we are at 15 degrees.
So you want that wheel to read at 15 degrees, and there's a little etch mark in here along with a number dial over here, and you want to be 15 degrees to the left or to the right? Which way?
The knurled knob will always need to be all the way to the right, and then you adjust this etch mark to 15 degrees.
Okay.
Very important that this dial indicator always stays at, this dial indicator needs to always be set at 27 degrees.
27 degrees on the dial indicator on the side of the grinder.
Now,
is that for every tool?
For every tool.
So that dial indicator never leaves 27 degrees. Okay.
Now, for your embossing tools, you will adjust this to 30 degrees.
Embossing tools, 30 degrees on the etched line.
And for your embossing tool to mill the 2D outline will be a 2mm 90 degrees.
So outline embossing pockets, 2mm tool, 90 degree angle.
All right.
He's loading the tool into the collet.
So at this point, when you're at the red dot, you take this tool and you make sure that it's nice and flush, flat against the face of the tool.
And tell us about the height of that tool, Brian.
So typically you want to be about 1 3/4 inches out of the collet. Okay. Now we're going to press this flat against the face of the tool, and then we tighten the knurled knob on the end to hold the tool in place.
So the bottom one right here, we're tightening to hold in place, and just finger tightening.
Just snug, that's all you need. Okay?
Yeah.
Now at this point, you're going to lift this dial up and rotate clockwise 1 click. And that's going to allow you to rotate the tool 180 degrees.
Understood.
Now, the first step, you want to make sure that it's rotated all the way to the left. We're going to lift the arm. I'm going to lock it in place, and now I'm going to set the length of the tool.
Show me where you lock that in place, Brian.
So here, this arm will control the main arm to slide back and forth. This arm, this lock, will allow you to rotate forward and reverse. This arm you loosen to move the tool forward or reverse. To center the tool, you will unlock this latch and adjust the centering of the tool here. But you also need to unlock this knurled knob. So once you have the tool centered, you lock this master in place, then you can lock your latch knob on the bottom.
Okay, walk us through this.
Okay. So now that we have our tool in place, I need to set the length of the tool compared to the scope inside of the reader.
I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't.
I don't think you'll be able to see it.
All right.
All right, so now I'm going to do that. So I'm going to loosen this knob, and this knob allows you to move up or in reverse. It sets the length of the tool.
Tell us about what you're looking for when you do that.
So there is a scope in the side of the, it's a microscope. And what you want the top of the tool at the crosshairs inside the scope.
Okay. And then what are you looking at inside that scope? What are you seeing?
It reads in increments of 0.05 millimeters per line.
And you're doing what right now?
Setting the length of the tool.
And what is the length of the tool?
You want it at the crosshair. You want the top of the tool. Depending on the size of the tool you're grinding, you want to raise the tip of the tool to that point. So we're going to grind a 1 millimeter tool. So it reads 360 degrees, so the left side of the tool for a 1 millimeter tool, you want it to be at 0.5 millimeters.
And that's one line.
No, it's actually each line from the center reads in 0.05.
Oh, okay.
So
it's 10 lines.
It's 10 lines. You'll read over to the left from the bullseye.
Yep. If I pause it, it's just going to end the video.
Okay. One thing, I'm going to need to make some adjustments.
Brian's having to adjust it now because why?
Occasionally, depending on where the main is set, you might have to move it forward or back to get to the point that you want in the scope.
Because the micro adjusters have limits and you need to move this piece within the micro adjusting limit.
Exactly. So if you bottom out or you don't have enough room, just adjust, and then you can allow you to adjust it where you need it. So at this point, I have it in place. So now I'm going to adjust in this direction because I want to be off the face of the wheel. Looks good. So now I'll lock this in place. And now I unlock this arm so that I can move back and forth. When you're grinding the tool, you want the end of the tool just past the rear of the wheel. So I get my line so you can see. Okay. Now you're going to use this dial indicator on the left-hand side to pull the tool against the wheel. Once you hear it grinding, I stop. And I sharpen the tool. And as you're sharpening, it's very important that you move back and forth because you want to keep that wheel face flat. Okay? So now I read inside the scope, and I adjust at 0.05 millimeters each time until I achieve my width that I desire. So now through the scope, I can see that I only need to grind off 0.03 millimeters to achieve the 1 millimeter tool. So I will adjust the knob on the left. Each line represents 0.01 millimeters. So I'm going to move it 3 lines, 1, 2, 3. And now sharpen the tool. Okay, now look in the scope. Now I'm at 0.5 millimeters, which overall is a 1 millimeter tool. So now you rotate it 180 degrees to the right, move it in the grinding wheel, and now for a 1 millimeter tool, we are going to do our free back grind 10 clicks. So now at this point, I am at 33. I'm going to go to 43. You guys have an Excel sheet chart on the PC at the machine that you can reference to for how to grind a tool. So now at this point, I'm going to take the cutting edge back to 0.4 and grind off the remaining material.
So talk to me about where you are grinding and why you are grinding.
So what we want to do is, we achieved on the cutting edge 1 millimeter. Now what we're doing...
So the tip of the tool is 1 millimeter?
Yeah, the width of it, yes.
The width.
Yeah.
And now you're grinding down...
the back side of the tool for clearance.
The clearance.
Yeah,
part,
so
okay.
now we're wrapping up for the cutting edge. So I'm going to move back to 0.4 and remove that excess of material off the back side of the tool.
So now we're getting the opposite side of the tool from the cutting edge.
Yeah.
So you kind of taper that tool down so it's smaller on the non-cutting edge side.
Yep. Create some clearance for chip distribution from the back.
Understood.
Okay. That's all she wrote. That's how you grind the tool.
Okay. And that is your typical channel tool?
Yes.
A 1 millimeter
15
is
degrees.
15 degrees.
In order how to determine your tool size, you take your specs, your paper thickness, and the smallest channel width with the depth, enter that information into your Excel chart, and it will tell you, give you a value of the max tip diameter for your tool. For example, if it tells you 1.25 millimeters, what we're going to do is we're going to go in, and I think I saved it on the C drive. So you go to C drive and you can see here tool diameters. We double click, we open this Excel chart, and you're going to use this daily to determine your tooling. So on a 0.016 we can see that our width grain channel is 1.52 and 1.63 against grain with a depth of 0.51. So what you do is you always take your smallest channel and you enter here for your channel width. The red box is used for steel counters, the yellow box is used for phenolics. So we'll enter 1.52 with an angle of 15 degrees, and our depth is 0.51.
Based on that chart.
Based on that chart, and it tells us the max tip diameter for a tool cannot exceed 1.25. So I'll grind a 1 millimeter tool. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, Brian.
No problem.